Welcome, Mestros. A wise man once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Pain is life, and life is pain. You cannot fully appreciate the true value of anything when happy. It is when you are pressed and strained that the quality of your happiness would be tested, and you know if you were ever truly happy. Sigma men are built through experience, which is often painful and hard. Sigma men are those who have taken in the lessons of life and built their character from the broken pieces. These are men who have come to terms with reality so much that nothing moves them too much anymore. They expect anything and everything. Consciously or unconsciously, these lone wolves have adopted the spirit of Bushido, the way of the warrior. Bushido, the samurai code, advocates for honor, courage, and integrity. It instills the value of discipline, loyalty, and martial skill, urging us to face life's challenges with valor and noble conduct. But what are the most important lessons Sigma men had to learn too late in life? Stop wasting time, subscribe to this channel, because this is where we talk about the real stuff. Lesson 1. Nothing lasts forever. Mestros know that everything, and I mean everything, is on a timer. The good stuff, they're there for a moment, a quick flash of awesome. The bad stuff, yeah, they too shall pass, like clouds in the sky. Life's a roller coaster, my friend, so when you're at the peak, soak it all in. Let the wind hit your face, let the thrill seep into your bones. And when you're plunging down, brace yourself, because it's not forever. Life's got its playlist, and every song has an end. But hey, even when the tunes stop, you still have to keep moving. When challenges line up like they're queuing for a concert, you face them like a warrior. Head on, no backing down. It's a test, and you're the champion of your own story. Remember this, the sun sets on even the brightest days. But when the shadows creep in, stand tall and keep that focus. The show is not over. Change is the rhythm, and we're learning to groove with it. Can't dodge it, so embrace it. This is the reality everyone faces, but Sigma men have truly accepted and flow with it. These lone rangers are never carried away by the good times. They know it is going to come to an end. Being prepared for things to flip is what makes Sigma men so strong. They are almost never taken by surprise, even when it is a very painful experience. It is always something they had expected. Lesson 2. Always seize the moment. Seneca, the Roman philosopher and father of Stoicism, teaches that you grab hold of that present moment like it's the last cold beer on a scorching day. It's the only part of time that's really yours, so you better cherish it like gold. Understand this, Maestro. You must let go of the past so your hands are free to take hold of the present. It does not matter what the past was for you, good or bad. It is all past, and the only importance of the past is how you allow it to affect you. Are there lessons from your past you should be using? That is what you need to be more concerned about, because it can make your experience better today. Now, I know it's easy to get lost in the rearview mirror or daydream about the road ahead. But let me tell you, camping out in those spots ain't going to do you any favors. So much is said about not dwelling in the past, but little is usually said about not focusing too much on the future. Yeah, that is also bad. The most important moment of your life is right now, not the future. That future you are thinking about is going to be shaped by the things you do today. So get serious with the moment, and just let your future plans be like a compass that points you in the direction you want to go. So many people never realize their potential because they throw away the moment, dreaming only of their future. This is the problem with gamblers. Gamblers are big dreamers and willing to take risks just for a future that is a fantasy. A gambler would dream of what he could do with all the money he is yet to win, but he never realizes the value of the money he is gambling away presently. In the end, he loses his present and future because all he thought about was the future. Lesson 3. Learning what happiness is. Know thyself and know that happiness is a journey, not a destination. It is your choice to be happy even when you are expected to be sad. This is why Stoicism is not for everyone, because it can really be hard to not allow your circumstances to affect your mindset. Make no mistake, Mestros, the pursuit of physical pleasure should not be your goal. If physical pleasure determines your mood, you become trapped in a web of habits that could be destructive just to stay happy. This is why people do drugs, get drunk, or even get addicted to sex. It is because their happiness is locked to physical pleasures. Another mistake to avoid is expecting someone else to make you happy. There is a high chance you will be disappointed if you allow other people to determine your happiness. Sigma men are lone rangers. They do not expect anything from anybody, and their expectations are based solely on themselves and no one else. Lesson 4. Mastering the controllable and uncontrollable. Most things will be out of your control, but it does not matter, because most of the time, the little things you can control are the things that make the biggest difference in your life. It's all the stuff inside our heads, our thoughts, desires, and what we do. Sigma men are highly self-reliant. They do not depend on anyone for anything because they want to have control over everything that affects their lives. They recognize that there's immense power in directing their energy towards the aspects of life that they can influence. It's like a game of chess, my friend. You can't control your opponent's moves, but you can certainly strategize and make the best moves with your own pieces. Life is like traveling on the high sea. There are storms on the horizon, and you can't stop them from coming. But you can damn well learn how to navigate through those storms. That's the mindset of these Sigma men. They become masters of their own ships. Lesson 5. Sigma men embrace virtue for a rock-solid life. The key to a man's purpose in life is virtue. You see, virtue isn't some fancy word. It's about being wise, having the guts to face life, being fair, and having self-control. Even when it is tough, you still do your best to be fair to others. You could have the opportunity to cheat other people and gain a lot, but being a virtuous man, you don't. Sigma men would not step on other people on their way to the top. Most rich people got so rich by taking advantage of others. These men lack virtue, and it means nothing to them to be fair and just as long as there is money to be made. Let me break it down. Virtue, my friend, is like the backbone of being a Stoic. It's about making the right calls when life is hard. It is about being smart in the choices you make and understanding what's right. This is all about courage. It's the guts to face anything, to stand tall. And it is about justice. Treating others as you'd want to be treated, fair and square. You can only achieve this by keeping yourself in check and not losing your cool even under pressure. Lesson 6. Embrace the power of self-reflection. Mestros, when you take a good, hard look at your thoughts, actions, and what's driving you, you unlock the door to self-improvement and a more meaningful life. It all begins with gratitude for what you have. To be a Stoic man, you must appreciate the little things without always wanting more. Gratitude and contentment lead to true abundance, where you find joy in life's simple and deep moments. Your mind, it's a tricky one. It can either be your biggest supporter or your toughest opponent. You see, it all comes down to your mindset. Your thoughts determine whether you'll succeed or fail. Train your mind to be your biggest cheerleader. It's with you for the long haul. Your reflection should be like your mind looking up to you as a role model. That's a trait shared by all Stoic men. Sigma men understand this very well. They know that as lone wolves, they cannot expect praise and encouragement from the pack, so they have developed a thick skin and would always push forward even without getting encouragement from anyone else. Your mind is a powerful tool. It can steer your life in any direction you desire. Challenges should be seen as opportunities to shape your mindset into a force that pushes you forward. Keep that negative self-talk and doubt in check. They'll only slow you down. Your inner dialogue should be your guiding light. Make it positive and growth-oriented. Your mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy, depending on your perspective. Understanding your mind is a never-ending journey. Just like a gardener tends to their plants, you must tend to your thoughts. Weed out negativity and doubt, replace them with belief and resilience. Your mind's landscape is shaped by the thoughts you nurture. Lesson 7. Detachment from material possessions. Material possessions are temporary and ultimately beyond our control. To attain true freedom and inner peace, one must cultivate detachment from material wealth and instead focus on enriching the soul through virtue and knowledge. Work hard to be rich and successful, but don't let them be your reason to live or to be happy. If you enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and watch this one as well. Thanks for watching.